What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that basketball analysis. Today, we're going to talk about a really heated and popular conversation around the world, and it's known for something that we all have seen. They traded Chris Paul, they traded Anthony Davis. Now, will they get to a point where we had enough of Zion not being healthy, not being in good enough shape? Is we gonna put up with him another season being injured when our goal is to make the playoffs? It all is up to this year because I do feel like you get to a point where his value goes down, especially the older he gets, the more injuries he get, and that opportunity of having a guy that they feel like is even worth trading for gets lower too. The more you hold on to him, and the more we see, and the more we get to know, and the more information we get, makes us want to go in a different direction, or that water dries up a little bit because it can be something bad that happens to him, like being injured. Because this year and this season, he only played 30 games out of 82. That's not even half the season. And yes, Zion has helped this team make the playoffs last year. He played 70 games the year before that, 29 games the year before that, 61 games. In his rookie year, he only played 24 games. Now, one thing we have seen from Zion is that he does play great basketball when he's out there. He's becoming a better team player. He's becoming a better rebounder. He's becoming a better decision maker. And he's showing you that he cannot be stopped, even in the half court. So he is one of those players that you don't mind having as one of your best, and you don't mind really paying him if he can stay healthy. Now, if he can stay healthy, this wouldn't even be a discussion if it would happen years ago, because they would say this is a untouchable player for the potential that he has, the growth that he can have, and the fact that this man has shot 50% plus because he's just unstoppable getting to the rim and finishing. Plus, yeah, he's not the greatest three-point shooter, but he shows that he can knock it down when it matters every blue moon. And he also can get to the free throw line basically anytime that he wants because he's so physical, and his handle is good enough to get him there. And then it's all about trying to get an and one, so you only got to shoot one free throw. But he has shot in the 60s and in the 70s throughout his career. We just haven't seen him enough because he's always missing games. And that's something that really sucks, and something that we have to look at and say, man, we missed out on a great player. That's all I can say. Every time I watch him play when he's healthy, and I see how much he influences winning, and we see how much of a difference he can make when he's out there on the court, you just want more of it, just because he's been able to back it up when he's healthy. And that's the part that's just very unfortunate. And that's the part that sucks, because you even got to look at the fact that David Griffin got fired. He tried to build a roster as good as he can. He even took a gamble on DeJounte Murray, who was a former All-Star and one of the better two-way guards in the league at his position, the shooting guard position. He could play a little point too, so it even gave them versatility. And you can't really blame him for making those moves. You can't really blame him for making that decision, but you have to take gambles. You have to take risks if you want to be successful in this league, because either you can get the guy or you wish you could have had the guy, and you just can't live that way. That's why you have to make those moves, just because you want to be able to win at the highest level that you can. And that's how you continue to eat, and that's how you continue to have your livelihood. But Zion is no different. This man came in busting his butt, really wanted to show that he can play at the NBA level. What he really wanted to show that he was one of the best players in the world. And he got there, and he showed it from day one. This guy is NBA ready, is what people were saying, and it ended up being true. But we didn't see every single year the man can't even play half a season, and that's been the part that sucks so much, because we're getting ripped away from a great player. And even the organization, like, we really wanted you to go number one so we can get you, because we see the biggest differences that you can make for our roster and for our team, and we want to treat you like a priority to let you know you was the guy that we wanted to build around. Gentry would say that, David Griffin would say that, and it just sucks that it hasn't materialized into anything significant besides a couple playoff bursts that was really short ended, because they couldn't keep him on the floor, or he just couldn't play at all. And they don't really have a shot of winning if they don't have their best player. You can say the same thing about John Morant, who in number two, we believe in you, we want you, we think you're as good as we thought you were, we helping you put in this work to become the best player you can be. But if you can't stay on the court and can't help us win games and win championships, all of this means nothing. All this goes out the door. All this can be a waste of time, and we don't really want to give up on a guy that's only 24 years old. People forget how young Zion is. And yes, you can say, well, he's about to turn 25. That's still very young for a guy of this dominant level that he plays at. And the fact that you already considering getting rid of him and he's not even entering his prime yet. He's a couple years away from that. And this how much respect that the Hoopers have for him and the casual fans love Zion because he's always going out there dunking on somebody, bullying somebody, knocking somebody around. And it's something you don't really see that much in this generation of basketball besides who? LeBron, Ramon James. Other than that, nobody's really doing it the way he's doing it. And that's what made me a guy that believed in him. I like this guy. I would have loved to pick him number one too, but if this man can't help us enough, we might as well just blow this thing up because we're going to be stuck in a big what if. And if we can't fix it, and we can't change it, we better off just giving up on that and going in a different direction. And that's why we're here now, where a 25-year-old all-star caliber player, or all NBA caliber player might be up for grabs, just like Kevin Durant, just like Giannis Antetokounmpo. And you would say, that's crazy. What can I really offer to get a player like that without giving up everything? Because we've seen what Paul George went for. We've seen what Mikal went for. We've seen what Karl Anthony Towns went for. We've seen what Luka Doncic went for. And he was a 25, 26-year-old player, and he had more dominance and more respect around the league than Zion. And for some reason, the Pelicans ain't really trying to get rid of Zion. And the Mavericks, they was quick to get rid of Luka after a couple years because they felt like he wasn't the guy defensively. He didn't have what it took to be a champion. And he has shown and did more than Zion. And this team is still considering keeping him as Joe Dumars as their president of operations, and he's the GM of this team. And he's looking at like, I'd rather keep this guy and change some things and try to do some things internally to show this guy we still love him, we still believe in him, we still think that we can win with you. And that's the story that you're going to have to continue to tell yourself until he actually proves the opposite. And I will always say, to be fair, you only got to get it right one time to win a championship. You only need one run to go your way. You only need one matchup and two matchups and three matchups, and then you got to get it done in the finals to go your way. We've seen Dirk Nowitzki go and get one, and it was tough. It was hard, like it's supposed to be, but they doubted him that he couldn't make it and he couldn't do it, and he was too soft and he was just do this, that, and other. And he was able to figure out how to be dominant and do it consistently on a run that we never forgot. And that's all you really need is Zion healthy in the playoffs, and then we got to see what he can really do against elite competition, which is the purpose of the playoffs. So I'm going to continue to say I'm trapped. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a guy that was going to say, do you really want to get rid of Zion? It is going to be a package out there that Joe Dumars is going to look at and say, because he done did it in Detroit before he was even with the Pelicans as a GM. He's going to look at all the packages that people are offering for Zion, and if one outweighs the other, especially depending on how Zion starts this season and how this next season goes, he's going to look at it and say, well, once we get Zion back healthy, they know what he can do, especially if it's not a major injury, which he hasn't really suffered really. It's been a lot of small little minor ones that just been getting him out of the games and keeping him out of games, but it hasn't been anything crazy. But that's the problem. You know, if you can't play 60 plus games, then we're going to pay you less money because of the incentives going to go away. But that does help us build a better roster around you too, because the money can go to somebody else that can be a good fit for you. And you're always going to find yourself trying to think, how can we make this work, instead of just letting it go and moving forward and going in a different direction. And that's the toughest part for the Pelicans, knowing that we might have to suck again to get another number one pick possibly. And it's harder to do that. It's more difficult to do that. Plus, you know, if we're going to get a lot of picks, we kind of have to study real hard to get those right, because nobody's really trading us a superstar. We got rid of our superstars in the past that was generational, and that has changed the game in their own right. And even Anthony Davis even won, you know, going to the Lakers when they traded him there. So, you know, you don't want to be in that situation again. You don't want that to happen where everything goes right and now you regret getting rid of them. But that's part of the gamble. That's part of the risk that you have to take when you're taking on this type of talent, when you're trying to get a guy like this on your roster. And it's just the part that sucks, because you know what he's capable of, you know what he can really do, and you know the player that he is because you meet him and you work out with him, you see the things he do, you see his work ethic, you see what he can really be mentally. And some people don't even get a chance to see that because we just see him play, and that's it as fans. So I do want to know more. I do want to get more information because I'm a guy that says if you can get a talent like that, if you can get a guy like that, you got to hold on to him as long as you can. And, you don't want to baby him. You don't want to smother him too much because you know that is going to be some type of kickback. And that's why Zion gets mad and gets angry when he gets injured because he knows what he's capable of and he knows what he can do. It's just frustrating not being able to do it enough. And it's frustrating knowing that people look at you this way. Now they look at you this way because you gave them the reasons to. And all you can do is try to change these people's opinion and silence these doubters again. Something you did in high school, something you did in college, but something you haven't really been able to do in the NBA because of the injuries that you have been gaining throughout your career each and every season, basically. So all I can really do is say, Zion, I'm still rooting for you. You respect me. I respect you. I hope you do get healthy. Hopefully you can stay healthy. Hopefully we can get one more great season before that move even be considered. But like I said, Joe Dumars got to do his best for the organization. He do has to do his best for his career too. And if it's moving Zion for a package that makes sense even in the future, you have to do it because you can't just keep being stuck on Zion stay healthy. Hope you can run. Zion stay healthy. Hopefully you can get us there because if the roster is changing, they got rid of Ingram. They still building with Herbert Jones. They got Trey Murphy. They got CJ McCollum. They got Jose Alvarado. They got DeJounte Murray coming back for injury. Hopefully he gets healthy. And that's my guy too. But I'm just going to say, man, they got the talent. They have the athleticism. They have the length. They have the size. They have the shooting and versatility. If they can put it all together, it's going to make you want to keep Zion longer. But if you can't put it together, there's nothing wrong with getting out of it now because you did give Zion a couple seasons already, basically 5 seasons. Going into this year will be his 6th, and he is what he is at this point. Some people gonna say I don't like Zion because he's damaged goods, but some team is going to give them a great offer because they feel like their organization is going to be different. They're going to feel like they can take it a different way. They might have some, different opinions of how you should play, how you should go about things that you don't. And that can make him more successful in the next area. But you just got to look at it like he couldn't get us there. We have to move on from this guy to get a guy that can get us there, that we believe in, that we trust, and we feel that can fill that void for the fans and also make them happy and believe in the team and organization again. And that's all you can really do in this particular situation if you want to move away from him this season or in closer to the trade deadline or at the trade deadline. Because we done seen an all-star basically get traded every year at this point for years. And I wouldn't be surprised if Zion was next because the talks are happening right now. And I just wanted to get my analysis on that, just looking at it from different perspectives and just trying to tell y'all that this is one of the toughest ones because Zion has unlimited potential. He has the touch, he has the feel, he has the understanding, he has the body, he has the strength, and he has the skill sets that a lot of these young players don't have and never have. And that's why he's been an all-star because he can do so many things. So it's going to be interesting to see what direction they go in. It's going to be fun to see the decision that they make because they're going to have to make one eventually. And it might be a fan favorite one. It might be one that sucks. We don't really know the packages that's out there. But Zion is on the trade table. He's been like that for 2 years. I'll confirm it is true. But they haven't really found something that made them want to go against them or made them want to go in a different direction just yet. And we're going to see if that changes this year with a new GM and a guy that's going to try to put his own print on this team and his own ideas on this team, his own philosophies on this team with the coaching staff that's already there and see if they can get on the same page and figure out something that they can do with this team this year. And if these pieces don't fit, these pieces don't work, it's up to him to interchange them and move them around to get a team that he likes and the team that he feel that the coaching staff can get behind. And then at the end of the day is how can we win with this team and move on for Zion and let him do his thing and just try to focus on how to do yours at a higher level and a better level. And hopefully Joe Dumars can do that. He won a championship in Detroit. He's trying to do one with the Pelicans, which has never been done in franchise history. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of things you have to deal with and you have to go through just to prove that you deserve this position. Then you got to actually do your job and see if you can get them a title here, which is where a lot of people want it to be. Because like I said, it's never been done before. But other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, I do conversation videos just like this and various NBA only topics. I also do breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. I also do mock draft and draft coverage. If you love that type of stuff, this is the channel for you. I got over 3,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can watch and enjoy. Not only that, I do videos basically each and every day that I'm living. So it always gives you something to watch, something to look forward to, and something to enjoy on the daily. And that's a blessing for some because they need some form of entertainment. And if you love hoops and you like the NBA, this is for you. And thank y'all for appreciating the content. For those who continue to come back, continue to stay subscribed, and continue to support. And not only that, thank y'all for continuing to be a fan of this channel in general. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Let's continue to make 2025 a better year than 2015. That was a huge year for this channel. A big reason why y'all own this channel is because of the content and the things that I tried that year that helps this channel stay successful and updated each and every day with the best analysis that you can get in any platform and around the world. The best analysis is here on YouTube. You guys know it. I know it. I'm a pioneer for NBA only channels on YouTube, and I'm still going. And that's a 50-50 reason why I keep going, because of the fact that you guys want to hear what I got to say and you love what I do. And for the people that lie about it, I don't care, because I'm doing my thing and I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it. And that makes me happy and gives me so much joy to continue. And that's all you can have in your life. And hopefully you guys get it too. So other than that, you guys enjoyed your weekend. Hope you guys for the weekday grind. And hopefully you guys are hood and good, because I'm just going to say y'all stay blessed out. I'm going for now. Peace out. See y'all hopefully tomorrow when the NBA finals continue. And I'll be back with my signature analysis style with that. And y'all can hear what I got to say about a team going up 2-1. We don't know who's going to do it just yet, but that's the fun and exciting thing that keeps us watching too. Other than that, I'm going for now. See y'all later, hopefully. Peace out.